Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Morts of JLC. Hey, your host JLC, and with a new one in the family, Nana. Uh, this is why I've been on so long for my videos. Mostly that, and because I've been dealing with depression, as it's been very hard adjusting to the pandemic, but also through everything. That'll be another video discussing about that. But right now, I want to get focused on basically what's been happening in the NBA. Hey, as this little cat right here is gonna help us with that. That helping me to focus before it gets too dark. There's a new change of scenery. He's gonna help it through it. But this video is going to talk about really what we're focusing on is how the NBA Finals, how the Boston Celtics got to the NBA Finals and blew everyone's minds. Alright, including my own, because I didn't see them coming this far. I said them basically to lose the Bucks the second round. Well, but they shot everyone and proved their case. And now they're real contenders because they are versus against the Warriors on Thursday night, which is very exciting. And you see here, I got my Warrior jersey of the Skull Anderson, my niece's boyfriend. That's right. You guys didn't know, Juan Skull Anderson is or has been named my niece Ani Dortson Dickerson. Sorry, naming your last name wrong. But and it's been very interesting to see them in his first NBA Finals with his team. As I'm really glad that he got a chance to join us, even if he might not get a minute to play. There. But let's talk about the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics have basically blew everyone's expectations, including the Celtics fans, who've been wanting them to get here, but they never thought it would come because of how hard this year has come. They were the 11th seed in January, and then go all the way up this was in April to the second seed. Looking like they were going to trade away Jalen Brown or Jason Tatum, trading one of their star players because they weren't working together. But they did, and you look at the coach. Oh, the fireworks! Why the fireworks are coming now? But anyway, Iyudaka proved himself as his first-year coach. Saw that his team in his game was defense, and what they really work on was relying one another to be the coach. And the team made it to basically do everything they could. Good. It's like this cat with we made it trust one another because I just got her a week ago. I made trust her that she's in my house, not let her make a huge mess. Let's see if she's new and everything. I never once basically took care of her cat myself. Well, what she means to trust in me, or rely on me basically, to take care of her. But it goes more than that because it's humans. We have all sides. This cat, as you see here, she's meowing, and she. Or wife is an animal. Basically, a team, they had to focus on one another, rely on one another, become friends or become rookmates to the best of their abilities. Discover their strengths and weaknesses. And that's what the Celtics did. It took them 6 years to get here. But they got to the NBA Finals, which is very, very. Alright, just gotta eat your nose. Come on, little one. We're almost done. But anyway, Jason Tatum has really proven himself, being basically being the star player of this team. He's been the playmaker, incredible, scorer. I always thought that he was never gonna be a superstar player, or at least be the #1 player on a team because he was never. He always took the wrong shot, or he didn't pass the ball, relying on his teammates. But this year he's come very far. A great playmaker. I really like how he's creating for one another sometimes, but also creating for his own shot because they don't know what he's doing or what he's got to do on the court. But he always does the smartest move. He is showing every single time how good his team is doing, which is very, very exciting. Sorry about that. I gotta edit this. My first edit this video. As you see, the cat's gone. And my mom just took her away because I saw she was basically being too, not calm. It's getting a little bit cold out here. So we're gonna do this before it gets dark. Jason Tatum that's where we have been, and he's been a exciting shot creator. Really that's been indecisive. But really like is how he's basically creating for others, but at the same time creating for himself, which is the biggest improvement. Shows basically that he is especially a superstar, and proving that he's a lot better than everyone thought that he would come to allow this team to be in the NBA Finals. He's really the guy who has been carrying them through and proving to everyone, even if he's not the best player at that job. He does the best at the job that he's required to do. He's doing to what the team needs him to do. It took him 6 years to get here, and it's something else. Jason Tatum. I love that he's been basically being a great slasher, or every time proving himself, day in and day out, which is very, very exciting. I've been liking in his way how he's been basically being a certain star. He was the biggest reason why that team beat the Bucks in the first place. His scoring was what then carried them off from the Bucks. And Chris Middleton was there. Chris Middleton was there against the Bucks. They would have lost the second round easily in probably 6 games, but they took advantage of that spot, gone their shot creation and their best shot creator on the court, or best outside shooter, and Jaylen Brown proved himself. This is what they needed. Both of them who averaged over 20 points a night. All right, both times. And then all of a sudden, boom, they went straight to conference finals. The Miami Heat. Which is sad as that was my pick. But I don't care with that because they did put a really good fight. Going for they were #1 seed, improving themselves why they were that #1 seed, and almost won the whole thing. And basically, Jimmy Butler almost put the squash and claw his team straight back to the NBA Finals. But because of one shot didn't go in. And that was a 3. They came back from 13 down in Game 7. And then went base. With about 3 minutes to go, they were down by 13. And then there was one shot that could have what a lot of people don't notice. I think a heat check on YouTube talked about it, that Strus was wide open, but also Victor Oladipo was the other side, kind of open and not really. But he didn't notice either one of them that he could pass the ball to him. But he saw himself open 3. and he was hot. He's the best player on the court. He's supposed to take the biggest shot. He had the opening. He had everything to do so. As his coach said in the interview, that was the right shot to take, because of what the place is given to him. He creates the great shots that we couldn't get ourselves. This team deserved to make the finals. Boston did. And basically, it's very hard to basically create shots like that give you that wild maker. And as Jared Brown said, what the hell? Basically, he was like saying, we were this close from losing the game. He makes that three. It's all over. It's all over. And that's exactly what happened. This team proved this Boston did. If it took but one shot, they got it there. They got it to the NBA Finals after 6 years. Years of this team scratching on, get into the conference finals. It's basically the best player, Kyrie Irving, failed the regard of being the best player, being a leader, just taking that mantle. Oh yeah, Kevin Walker and Isaiah Thomas didn't work out, because of injuries. But every single time they took care of themselves, and once they got new roles, they proved themselves. And it took so long. Usually, some teams they go to a new age, and basically, it should be a new generation of players. They don't keep this long a team. It usually takes 5 years to see a growth of a team. But they stuck it through a fin, and now they're in the NBA Finals, which is whoa. Like, whoa. Oh, I thought that I never see the case where they be in the NBA Finals and compete. And most of them, they have a chance really to win. Yeah, but I thought that's not all what this team's been doing. Jason, let's see here. Who's the third best player? Marcus Smart, the defense player of the year. If I can't say he was defense player of the year, to me, that was Jaren Jackson Jr. Golly, he's been proving why he was a defense player of the year this year in the playoffs. Guarding some of the best players out there, switch offs every single time. On the court, he's been basically guarding some of the best players on the court, and has been playing basically the game changer, as you like to call it. The guy who basically makes the game. Ian, sometimes you don't like what he's doing on the court. That's his role of being the point guard. Sometimes he will do a mistake here and there, but that's why I remember a few months ago, I thought he'd never be a good take this role. Well, because that's why that team was 11th, because of how bad he was doing the role, being the point guard. He was trying to pass the ball to one another, but he was trying to let the team make up, trying to take on his new role and take it fit. And then once he got used to it, it went in fine colors. He improved every step of the way. It looked like he was going about to get traded, right, in January. But they proved them. As you keep saying, improve. Everyone, how good this team is. It is. His defense and his playmaking has been sensational. Really, this has been his best year. Best year by far. And I've been how good they've been playing each and every night. They've been playing, and Hugh Douglas is showing that they need to play make. They need to trust in one another and play to the best of their abilities. Al Horford has been their most. Let's see, he has the most playoff experience amongst his team. And I really love that he's finally getting a taste of the NBA Finals. And he never gotten in his years with the Hawks. Then he was a 4-time All-Star there. Best player in that team. in his career, but he could never carry them through the hump because the team wasn't good enough. They have 4 All-Stars that year. What was it, 6 years ago? So they couldn't, because of LeBron and because of what the team. Really, they made a superstar. And Al Horford was just a star player. Yeah, they made a top 10 player in that team. And we saw that basically against LeBron, they missed that top tier player. And they missed out. Yeah, or down. But he got a second chance. And proved the team that they've been missing him for the past 2 years. He maintained their role of being one of the best defenders of this team. The veteran. And now he's getting a taste in the NBA Finals. Which is very... Oh, come on, Jacob. Oh. I am so sorry. Alright, my friend Jacob was calling. I'll have to tell him I was doing my video. Man, so many interruptions doing this video. Yeah, but where was I? Oh, yes, Al Horford. Proving every step of the way. Everything of what his team needs to do. This has been very, let's see here, refreshing of what he had, being one of the coaches this team, the player coach, and so to say, and it's really just been carrying, when this team needed him, being basically one of the best rebounders of the team. When Warren Williams went down, we should get to a moment, proving that this team remains him. We thought that this role would never work. These two guys together, Warren Williams and Al Horford together, because Al Horford has not been the same player as he was in Boston and he was in Atlanta. But he said, second chances, and that's what I should never left Boston. And that is exactly what happened. He should not left Boston for Philadelphia. And he showed everyone that he's still that great veteran in the court and can be a valuable piece of the team. He really been really good. And then you have Robert Williams, the defensive anchor of this team. He wasn't doing that well in the playoffs, but right when the team needed him, when their heads were back against the wall, down 3-2. Every team, against we wasn't get it as Milwaukee. He was a good rebounder. A lot of times he showed himself. They only need a few minutes for him in that decisive game and being a great rebounder, playing great defense. So Giannis, but he really showed us against the Heat of how valuable he was. Well, battling through his injury, and he was waiting for the opportunity to finally prove himself once when that injury went away. Okay, or basically, it didn't bother him anymore. As I was saying, it kept bothering him. And there was a reason why he was in the race for the Defensive Player of the Year, and before he got hurt. Ron Williams was with everyone. Why he was later on, I'm gonna make a video of the top 50 best players in the league. Top 100 best players in the league. That's coming up in the next week. But Williams is, spoiler, is on that list. No surprise. High on that list. Been proving how key his defense has been. Because a lot of times they've been really meeting him against the Heat. They needed him to guard Bam, to play great against the rim attack, blocking the shot every single day in and day out, and proving every step of the way. Why this team be a rim attacker? That's what they've been missing. Someone who can as a beating rim attacker in the court. They always did have a great center on the team. He was at Howard, but it wasn't that good enough to make them to get to this spot. They were missing a point guard, a true leader. They got Mark Smart, and then they missed a good bench. Yes, they only used 3 players on the bench. And it's Derek White, right, who was a Peyton the pitcher, and Daniel Tice. But those guys are just good enough. Each of them have been proving themselves each of the way. We only got to talk about one player. Their Peyton pitcher and Daniel Tice have done their role pretty much. There's a good 3-point shooter. Their Peyton pitcher has been in their career. We like that he's been proving himself. And then we had Daniel Tice. Taking big minutes each time when Marlon Williams comes up. But we always know that he's been a good player, but he's just a role player. He was not going to be a huge key piece to the team. The real one has been Derek White. Derek White, he's not a huge scorer to this team, so to say, but he's doing his job, being a good defender when the team needs him. He's kind of all-around player. He can play make a little bit. He can defend. He can score when the team needs to. And in that Miami game, the games to close out the Miami Heat, he was there, made the key shots when a team needed him, threw out in, and played very well, being a 3-and-D guard, as the role quite requires him to do. He said himself when they won the college finals, it was at ESPN, and I thought I would get this role or get a chance. You never thought in San Antonio that he would get this chance to play this team. I mean, they are all great guys, but that team was not. So I say this with my own thoughts. A team that could make it that high to the playoffs, and that's exactly what happened. And they got themselves to the game, and they got themselves into the finals. Every step of the way, they were new players coming in, taking new roles, and playing beautifully. To step. They're going against the Golden State Warriors. Who's right here. Even if I'm not a fan of the Golden State Warriors, under here is my Raptors shirt, which you can't see because it's jersey, otherwise it will tear it up. But the team played well, and which is something else. The Golden State Warriors. I will have a preview video of that this year, but I think they're good. That's what it worked. I think the Warriors gonna win and win in 6 games. Hey, it's just getting dark. All right, my dad's calling. I'll see you guys next time. Another more to JLC. Oh, by the way, Warriors are going because of how good their star players are. Bye.